the calls.
You'll eventually get the 20% back. That Silver Connect card is going to pay her co-payments. Remicade, I believe, is an injectable, and her hospitalization co-payments. And tell them to turn his Part B on. If you've gotten a pen like I instructed you to, all you're going to write is insurance carrier name, the name of the plan, and the premium. So, United Healthcare, the lowest cost premium plan they have is $29 a month. They will have a maximum out-of-pocket of $6,000. And what does this mean? We say MOOP, M-O-O-P, maximum out-of-pocket. It's a term that means the most you will spend in a calendar year from January 1st through December 31st. You have the worst year of your life. There is a stopgap. There's a loss, stop loss, where the maximum you will spend is $6,000 on this United Healthcare plan. Now, I'm a big United Healthcare fan because they're national. It's excellent. You can travel with it. There's a passport program. I am hoping that they can get back in network, though. I really need Dr. Patrick Duffy back in network, Dr. John Keggy. We're having some serious rock star orthopedic surgeons that are having trouble getting back in network. So I need to work with the powers that be at United Healthcare to try to fix that. The hospital copayment, these are all going up. That's why I tried to lull you with the Van Morrison song. It's $395 a day for days 1 through 4. Again, Plan 2, $29 a month premium for 2015. This is with United Healthcare. The copay to the primary care physician will be $15, and the specialist is $40. Now, that's up and down a little bit. They were at $10 last year for the primary, and they went up to $15. They were at $50 for the specialist. They went down to $40. Those shouldn't be that big of a deal. Also, another question I get all the time. What if I have the Silver Connect card? Some physicians are choosing not to participate in the Silver Connect card. So it's better to show your card, Connecticut, United Healthcare, Aetna, WellCare I will talk about at the end of the show because it's new to me. I really don't sell a lot of WellCare, but your Anthem card. Anthem has a strong plan this year, but they put a deductible on the prescriptions, which I'll go over. They have another plan, which is $99 a month. Not a bad plan. It's a good cost. Some clients like to pay a premium because they feel that the maximum out-of-pocket is lower, and that is true. If you can afford it, it's $99 a month. And the maximum out-of-pocket, again, worst-case scenario, what you'll spend on every possible copay in one calendar year is $3,400, and that's the lowest CMS guideline. The maximum is $6,700. So the Plan 2 with a $6,000 plan for $29 a month, that's a little more in line. And that is $345 a day for days 1 through 5. And that's at the hospital, remember. If you have the Silver Connect card, the hospital copayment will be paid by the Silver Connect card. Okay? That is United Healthcare. We'll go to Aetna next because they dropped everybody. Aetna, if you had Aetna and it was a value plan, they dropped you. They are still going with a zero premium plan for New Haven County. There is a $1,000 annual in-network deductible. The deductible applies to the hospitalization. Now, my coworkers feel that the deductible will be paid with the Silver card. I am not saying yes until I have it in writing from Keith so-and-so at Aetna. He's one of the bigger wigs over there. And I need things in writing for me to have peace of mind. So I'm going to go ahead on the airwaves and say that this is what I'm being informed, and until I get it in writing, I'm going to say this. It's a $1,000 deductible for you seniors at the hospital. You still have a zero monthly premium plan. You will have a $10 copay to the primary and a $35 to the specialist. That's great. The only slight downfall is the $1,000 deductible, but Aetna's national. You can go to Florida for you snowbirds. It does work. If you have the $1,000 in savings and it's not that big of a deal, the zero monthly premium is very attractive compared to a $29 a month premium. But with United Healthcare, you don't have the $1,000 deductible. So 6 one, half dozen the other. It's good for the healthy person who basically hates insurance. They barely like me, and they're saying, look, just get me the most affordable product. There are people out there that are like that. It doesn't matter male or female. If you know you're super healthy and you take nothing other than an aspirin for, I guess it's good for the heart or something like that, but if you are one of those type of people, this Aetna product will work fine. There is a small caveat. You must get referrals for specialists, meaning you've got to go through a gatekeeper. When you mean a gatekeeper, you mean you have to open the door to allow you to the specialist. That's why they call it a gatekeeper. You have to contact your primary care physician, and that primary care physician will do an electronic referral. It's all done electronically these days. Just like my friend Daryl Willenbrock said at the Agency on Aging, it is time to get into the computer age. If you don't have a computer, go to the library, which is fine. Silas Bronson's a great library. Or hopefully you have family members that know how to use the computer, or a best friend. So you simply log on, apply for the Connect card. I'll go over that at the end of the show. But for looking up your physicians, Aetna almost has the identical network as last year. There's no doctors being canceled from the Aetna. So if you had Aetna and your physician was in last year, you want to keep the zero premium, you can. You actually have to fill out a physical form, though. You have to fill out a new application for this plan. It is no longer called the Value Plan. It is called the Aetna Medicare Elite Plan. It is an HMO, which means Health Maintenance Organization. You have to use the network, and you do need a referral or a gatekeeper module. I don't think module is the proper term here. A gatekeeper, just a gatekeeper, mode of specialist referral. All right, so I've exhausted that. That's the Aetna. You got canceled if you had the Value Plan. If you want to keep the zero, you've got to go with the Elite. It has a gatekeeper, and it has also a $1,000 deductible at the hospital. Moving on, we'll just go A, B, C order. Anthem. AETNA is Aetna. Anthem, ANTHEM. They are back in New Haven County. As you remember, the MediBlue got dropped last year. So Anthem has another plan that is $52 a month. Not the most affordable premium, but they have a pretty good plan. Only downfall, and every plan is going to have a downfall. The only downfall with this plan is there is a $245 per year deductible for prescription drugs. All right, so we know that prescription drugs means Part D, D as in drugs, and it's a $245 prescription. That's a bit of a pain in the butt, to be honest with you. So the first prescription costs you quite a lot of money. The primary care physician is $20 and the specialist is $40. Emergency room is $65 on that plan. And you will have a $250 a day hospital charge. I think it's days 1 through 5, but let me get the exact. This is all brand new, by the way. So excuse me if I say one thing wrong. Of course I was right. $250 a day for days 1 through 6. So I have been studying as hard as I can. I do have twins and a beautiful wife, so we've got soccer like every night. And Columbus Day weekend, it was a game a day. So unfortunately, I didn't memorize everything as well as I should have, but I've got 95% down. And as I go and as I meet with my clients, I will get it totally memorized. But at the $245 deductible is for any tier, Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. So that's up front. It's a $52 a month premium. And your maximum out of pocket for this plan probably is $5,000 if I remember. Of course, $5,000. All right. So that's the limit there. $6,000 is the United Healthcare. Anthem, $52 a month. Good network. They do have Yale New Haven Hospital. Good name. Anthem is national, so if you want to go to Florida, you can. You want to go to Maine, New Hampshire, you can. All right, we'll move on to Connecticut. And you, I hope, are writing some down. If you have any questions, 757-1320. If you want to know what you currently have, you could describe your product, and I will tell you. If not, I will keep talking. Connecticut. It's an HMO out of Farmington, Connecticut. They are owned by Emblem, E-M-B-L-E-M, out of New York. Emblem is the corporate, just like WellPoint is the corporate for Anthem. And their monthly premium is $26 a month. They have a $20 primary care. They have a $50 specialist. They have no deductible on prescriptions and no deductible at the hospital. Connecticut gives you a little bit of a wallop at the hospital. It's $410 a day. I know that's a little high in sticker shock, but it's less days. It's days 1 through 4. So therefore, at 4 times 4 is 16, 4 times 10 is 40. So you're looking at $1,640 outlay. That is kind of in line with $250 a day for days 1 through 6, or in United Healthcare's case, $395 a day for days 1 through 4. United Healthcare, for $3 difference, definitely beats it as far as the hospital stay. There is Yale New Haven Hospital with Connecticut, so that's a plus. But if you live locally, the United Healthcare plan will work as far as your doctors are concerned. I hope they're in the network. Connecticut has always been strong. They give excellent customer service. Connecticut's only slight downfall, and not that it's a big downfall, it doesn't have as much reciprocity when you are traveling. So if you are out of state and you are more than just a basic week of vacation, you really don't have a lot of doctor utilization outside of the network. The only time you could do that would be with option 3 of Connecticut, and that's a point of service plan, meaning you will have an out-of-network copay of $50, which isn't that bad. The premium, though, is $60. So you'd have to really consider, you know what? I tell my clients sometimes, go to the walk-in clinic, go to the emergency room if you're sick, or just make a cash deal. Say, listen, I'm on a Medicare Advantage plan. I'm out of network. I just got some sand in my eye. Can I pay you $80 for this one visit and flush my eye out? Happened to a client of mine in Massachusetts. That's why I'm saying it. He was deep in Cape Cod. There was no Connecticut network out there. He called me and I said, listen, let's just do a cash deal. Cash talks, and it's not illegal. Or don't do anything illegal. Maybe just write a check. I didn't mean cash under the table. You're not bribing the doctor. But when you pay cash, you can actually just pay with a credit card or a check, and the physician will just take that fee for service instead of billing Medicare or billing Connecticut. So, again, with Connecticut, you will always have emergency room coverage out of network anywhere in the country. An urgent care facility will be covered, but it must be urgent care, and it needs to be CPT coded for urgent. We have had some trouble with Connecticut for just an urgent care. Someone walked in to get an antibiotic because they felt they were getting the flu. And, you know, you actually have to take it to appeals. We always win appeals because my team is good with that, but that's the only slight downfall with Connecticut. It's mainly for Connecticut resident, has a strong plan this year. I am selling it. I'm actually selling all the plans. And the one company that I never sold that the girls are trying to get me to sell is WellCare, W-E-L-L Care, C-A-R-E. They are based and domiciled out of Florida. They have an office in North Haven. I know the rep, Judy Luber, very well. I knew her from HealthNet. So I myself am getting a little educated on this. I've got, as you can see, quite a stack. Maybe you can't see it. Maybe on the YouTube page you can. But I've got quite a little literature to get through before I start selling this, because notoriously I am not a big fan of a van on the downtown green enrolling homeless people. So I wasn't a big WellCare fan. But they do have a 0 monthly premium, I've been told. And so I'll get educated on that one. All right? So we have this year that is competitive. We have United Healthcare. We have Connecticut. We have an elite plan with a 0 premium copayment and a $1,000 deductible. We have a deductible on the prescriptions for Anthem of $245. Also, Anthem's plan premium is $52. Anthem also has what they call an SNP, a special needs plan. And this is truly a beautiful plan. as long as everything works out. If you have the Silver Connect card, this is something you want to call my office and set an appointment for. It's a 0 monthly premium. I honestly have to tell you, I think this is going to be a one and done. There's no way they can give away all these benefits. Again, this is Anthem, A-N-T-H-E-M. It's a 0 monthly premium, 0 copay to the doctor, 0 copay to the specialist. It's a Medi plan. It's a Medicare Medicaid plan. You need to be on the QMB program, but if you are, it's quite a low cost. I've looked at this, and I've actually sold 2 of them already. Why? Because unfortunately, in this area, you'll have affluent people, and you'll also have people in the poverty area, Meals on Wheels, New Opportunities. So we work in conjunction with those organizations, and I do have clients that are on the Silver Connect card, that are on a Medicaid program. And they said to me, well, what do I do? And that this was a very good option. It's a 0 monthly premium. Let's go over the options for 2015. I did a little rundown. You've got the SNP, which is a 0 monthly premium with Anthem. You've got a $52 a month plan. They whack you a little bit on the prescriptions with that $245 deductible. You've got a value plan with Aetna that has been canceled. It does not give you automatically rolled over. You must re-enroll. Please listen to me when I say that. You've got an elite plan with Aetna. It's a 0 monthly premium. It's got a $1,000 deductible at the hospital, and you do need a referral. You've got several choices with every carrier. Mainly, I try to talk about the lower cost plans, because if you want to spend $100, you can buy any company out there. There's plenty of companies that have a $99 plan, $118 plan, so the higher options are available out there. We're going to plug our sponsors, 757-1320 if you have any questions.